and be at peace for just a little while. The joy that I'm feeling in the perspective of your willingness to share with me the prospect of the lesson that we read at the opening of this procedure of the healing capacity of our minds in the sharing of a moment of self-realization are so joyful to me that just for a moment we'll share together the perspective of that reading. It was on the 182nd day of our Course in Miracles, where through a determination to express yourself in the self-realization of who we are, you have begun to have an experience of instantaneous conversion of the idea within your own mind that this is not where you're from. This is A Course in Miracles. It comes to us as a mind-training faculty of our conceptual observation of ourself in correspondence with what appears to be this world. Yet all of the directions from the very onset of the Course, within the idea that it's possible for you to actually train your own mind in a new way of conceptual perspective of what you appear to be out in the world. I'm called a master teacher of joy and happiness through the illumination of my mind. That illumination is inevitable in your mind, very simply because the inevitability of transition from the idea of this space-time location into the certainty of a present that transcends entirely your necessity to remain within this framework are the teachings of my Savior, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, who appeared here momentarily in a body association of energy and immediately began to teach me from his evolved certainty, very literally, that none of us are from here. So we're practicing together from the new satellite, the determination that the reflection of the light that we have interposed between us in order to keep our objective reality in separation has given us a location in what appears to be our space-time identity. Could you see that perspective of the healing that occurred at that moment? So that the direction of the acceptance of the very fundamental process of our mind will be from this moment on, if you'll share it with me, and we'll practice together. Say to me, I'm not from here. Yeah. Now, the perspective of conceptual authorization by which you have justified your body identity, that is to say, the particulars by which you remain in a memory or conscious association of references within your mind, if you'll accept this in its most fundamental sense, are all contained within a single idea of memory concerning all of space and time. Let's practice together the idea that the mind training is going to be successful. Once again, I'm considered to be an advanced teacher, very simply because I'm offering you, in its most fundamental sense, the inevitability that the ideas that you have about your perspective as a human being within this apparent fabric of the location of space-time identity, within what appears to be a definition of yourself in body form, containing memories that you have about yourself as being from here. The first thing that I will offer you, look with me, as you advance in the idea of another location of yourself that transcends the necessity for you to remain in this picture of isolation that has defined your association of containment within your idea and has given you light conjectural projections of your mind that have formulated within your own arrangement of body who you think you are. Practice. You're not who you're pretending to be. Will you say that to me? Yeah. You're not who you're pretending to be. That's not who you are. No, you're not that. Now, you're looking at me as a reflection of light that appears to be a body form. That we always represent somehow in the teaching that I'm going to be a physical body for you just for a moment so you can correspond with me, memories that we have about each other within this body form. What does he say? That I'm 77 years old, which is a sure indication that you are factoring ideas about your body association in the belief of the necessity for a deterioration of energy light form that corresponds to what we would term definitions of ourself in relationship with space and time that constitute ideas of memories concerning, let's use the species Homo sapien, the idea that you're a human being. Say to me, I'm a human being. I know you are. We're all human beings. Yet persistent within us in the opening of this session was a very fundamental idea that as a human, we continue to seek for solutions within the idea of space-time that will give us a new direction about our search for the happiness and the love and the certainty that we can communicate with each other somewhere in a location in space-time, yet as heretofore we have not been able to find. Look with me, how simple the solution. It's impossible that as you have identified yourself within the fabric of self-realization that constitutes the direction in which you are seeking for the solution within your own mind, that you have not found it. Say to me, I found it. Yeah. What occurred at that moment? The message that we read concerning the idea that you have been entrapped in what we call a helix or a formulation of energy that has placed you in a continuing situation of observation of yourself are being continually transformed within your own mind in increasing evidence that there's a new procedure by which you can look at yourself. And in that moment, you will be whole and you will be perfect as you were created.